Welcome. Should I speak really close to my mic so it sounds silky smooth? Welcome to my new podcast.
Welcome to the shit show.
Thunderdome.
Damn. Yeah, I think I need 3 kills every battle for 3 battles combined. Oh, I only need 1 more. I didn't even realize that. Alright, well that's done with that. So now it's this thing's turn. I think a pros and con list is in order for today for our tour of duty talk.
Okay.
Today I picked Matchmaker and Tour of Duty with its effects.
I don't mind the length of the tour of duty. I think the length of it's fine and whatnot. I do wish you would get more resources. And I think the only other thing I really have is I understand the platooning aspect of it. But I wish the first 2 missions you could do solo, and the third one could be platoon.
I like that, yeah. I think that's fair. The length of it I get too, but I wish there was maybe a more consistent way of bringing in resources so a clan could remain a functional clan.
Well, that's why I'm saying if you did the first 2 missions, that would be 250 resources. If you could do those solo without having a platoon. But yeah, I wish that number was higher, because I think someone did the math on it, and you're losing 80% of your resources you get, or something crazy like that.
I mean, yeah, we used to bring in. If someone was on pretty consistently, they were bringing 27 to 28k.
Yeah, I think I watched a video yesterday. I don't remember what the max you can bring is now, but it's less than half of that. I think it's 11,000.
Yeah, that's fucking crazy. When I used to play all the time, it was that's how I would promote people in the clan. I saw if they were active, they were bringing in 20k plus. We're not going to be bringing 20k plus anymore. It's going to be really rough. Thankfully, we made so many boosters before they cut it that I think we'll be okay for a while. But it'll be a weekend thing. Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah, we still have a decent amount of resources too. I think we have 200,000. I don't know how far that'll get us, but
yeah, we'll see. I think it's gonna kill a lot more of the casual clans. There's already clans that are planning their disbandment. Because now there's no point. Yeah, you can get a tank, whoop-de-doo. That tank is expensive as fuck to play, and it's not even that great of a tank.
right, like I said, I don't mind the length of it. The fact that you don't get near as many resources is what pretty much fucks it over. I would be fine with everything else, honestly, if they just gave us more resources.
Yeah, if they made it to where we could get, so let's say the previous we were getting 28k if you played a lot. Let's still nerf it. Let's say 20k. That's still 8,000 less. That's still a good chunk less.
Right.
And that's more than enough to keep boosters running and run all week instead of absolutely killing us. Udes. But, I mean, I do like that they're giving, even though it's lengthy, they're giving away that everyone can get a free tier 10 tank, a competitive one at that.
Right. You're going to have to work for it, but
it's not god tier. It'll fluctuate how easy / hard it is to get marks, so it'll help that side of things.
I like that there's not a time window on how long it'll be available, or at least as of right now, there's not.
Isn't it only a few months?
I don't think so. I haven't seen like a timer on it.
Hmm.
It'll take 2.5 months if you do it every single day.
Which some days that's aggravating. Today is one of those aggravating days for me, but I'm doing okay.
There's something in mid. Yep, that.
105 is up there.
This guy. We're waving our barrels at each other.
Now we're doing the party.
He raises his PP. Anyways. I was waving no at him, and he started. He'd fire, then wave yes. I'd fire and wave no.
You got a Mercer?
The upside of the World of Tanks community. People are funny.
M4 Rev is in the back, roughly in that general area. I don't have shots on that T-30.
He had a shot on me. Ow. Okay. Yep. Another one of my glorious plans ruined by literally randomness.
All done convoy.
We'll see if I can deal with that Conway. Or at least put a round into him.
I'm gonna kindly fuck off from this situation. So my question is, if a lot of clans are disbanding because of this, are they leaving the game as well? It wouldn't shock me.
I'm doubtful. I think the main reason some people are in a clan is just to get, boosters and that kind of shit. I don't think anyone will necessarily leave the game over it. But I could be wrong. Let me go first, Ranger.
I have to fall back completely. Show again.
It's a very greedy shot on my part. Have not been doing so hot this match.
Say Kanonen back behind that Conway. And the M4 Rev is still out there. Why the fuck would the Skoda get in here with us? Or with me? I can't do anything till that fucking TD's gone.
I guess I'm temporary spotter, aren't I?
You are right.
You still have hit points to use, so yeah, him spotting probably be the best bet.
Yeah, but I have better camo.
That's what I'm saying. No, I'm saying you should spot anyway, because Racer still has hit points he can use in this game.
I have to be very delicate about it. That T-30 could spot me if I make the wrong move.
Peeking me. You gone?
Okay.
About the 54.
That Kanonen might have backed off. I'm not spotted. Oh, there I am. Okay. Oh, nope, he's still there. Get on him, I guess. Yeah, I think he's like far side of the ridge.
I think he's in those mound of bushes. Yep.
Phew.
Oof. I don't know where that rev is, but I thought he'd be at the base of this hill.
No. He's where Racer's going. Like, no. He probably fell back to like. Oh, there he is.
Apparently I hit his fucking track. Go figure.
Oh god,
Get
no.
up to sport.
Of course, I'm gonna be like 1 kill short. Never mind, 3 kills short.
Well, that's my mission. With Racer hard carrying the 4 kills.
I had like 6k combined or something like that.
Damn.
4, yeah, 4 or 6.
Well, I guess the discussion of Tour of Duty is done. Or maybe not. What's your opinion on it, Racer?
I think the length is good. The reward is not bad, especially it being comp, but it's not the best. The amount of resources we're getting is just horrendous. They like not give us like at least 20,000 at least. So I've knocked it down to how far it is, and then the length is also pretty good for like what, 2.5, 3 months.
About 2.5 if you do it every single day. I think 74 days is what it would take.
I'm doing an Excel sheet.
On what?
Pros and cons.
Oh, okay.
You're getting all technical here.
I'm gonna send a very lengthy email to More Gaming. It'll
Attach
work.
file.
It can, yeah.
Like a 10 gigabyte file, you're just gonna send them on all the shit that's fucked up.
Let me tell you what's wrong with your game. Dude, I could fix this game faster than they fucking could, and I don't even know how to code. Just give me the coders, I'll take over as giving orders, and I'll just win. That's all I'll do. I'll win.
20% of the cut.
50, take it or leave it. Oh, wait, are
15.
you asking for 20?
Oh, no. I was negotiating on Wargaming's part.
So we'll have less boosters, which that's gonna kind of suck. What's I don't really have too much.
boosters. Sorry.
I don't really have too much else to say about it. I mean, it really does kind of suck because it does cater more to the hardcore clans, but it's not undoable, you know.
Yeah, but we don't run boosters nearly as much as, you know, a lot of people, you know, as much as you think, you know. I mean, basically,
Well,
know,
I've put a hold on it recently, like a week
Yeah.
ago or so. When I said the update was coming, I said halt until we know what the damage looks like, and then I put in that the amount of people online still has to be the same, but it's only for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday now.
right,
Right,
yeah.
unless we have like,
A special, like,
yeah, if it's like Clan Wars type shit, I'd say we could probably do them then.
I mean, even during Clan Wars, do we really need the boosters?
They help,
They
so
do
you
help.
don't suffer as much.
Yeah.
Because you got to think, you're usually running food and full gold for the
Right.
most part. So they help you not suffer as much. Because shit, we were running boosters and Racer still lost like 5 mil from
Oh
those 2
yeah.
weeks.
Yeah.
So
Easily.
because he was there every single night, yeah. So they help.
Of course,
My
why wouldn't I
biggest.
bounce a TVP, bro?
Oh, well, yeah. My biggest bitch about it is being my even 90 and getting spawned on hymns.
You could block hymns.
Yeah, I probably should.
Yeah, if you're playing scout tanks for like a day, I would just blacklist city maps.
Hymns, Bruenberg.
Ruinberg's more doable.
Yeah, you can make it work more, but you're typically just going to be dealing damage.
Oh, what the hell is this?
An unexpected event.
Freaking Panzer 7, what the hell?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty inconsistent with what I play though. I just kind of play whatever I feel like at the in the moment. And, I unblocked hymns for just practice and training and stuff like that for clan wars, but you know I probably should just go ahead and take and reblock it again.
Of course, none of my rounds go through. Because why would they? Why would a tier 10 heavy? Rear mounted, go this way.
To hold the line.
Line my ass. Just wants to beat up tier 9s and mediums, bro.
God damn, dude.
I'm holding the line, guys. I'm holding. Oh, look, there's. Fuck me, dude. Just run, Racer. Just run. I'll fucking eat it. Just go.
Fuck it, I'm staying here.
No, you need to leave.
Yeah, you're better leaving.
Run. Go down through mid. Run. The fuck out of there.
I don't know how this TVP is so lucky, but it's aggravating to say the least. I have bounced off him twice and missed him point blank twice. Granted, this tank is hot fucking garbage, but finally hit him. It's a miracle. And the Panzer 7 got me. He's...
Hey Goose, how you doing, man?
Oh, it's Goose. I wasn't looking at my chat. Howdy, Goose. Howdy, howdy.
Wife seen a gaggle of geese flying in a corkscrew pattern yesterday over there, and where the fuck was that deer? Yeah, just up north here. Here in Oklahoma.
This will be for... Another suspicion I have with the Tour of Duty is there's been a lot of random tier 10s in Super Test. And I'm wondering if these will also be future Tour of Duty tanks.
Huh.
Because there's just been a lot of unusual tanks. So I think that would be cool.
Maybe. I want to know what happens, like, once you complete it, what happens then? Then do you just still have dailies to get resources, or
I imagine.
start like a next mission type thing? Like,
So, I'm gonna assume it's like a set campaign, like our campaign missions. So we're probably gonna finish. We'll still get the dailies. We'll still get the resources. We probably won't be able to accumulate these points.
mm-hmm.
So, since we can't accumulate the points, it's probably going to reset us when the next campaign releases, and we just go for the next tank then.
So if we're not getting points, could we, in change, get more resources?
That would be something.
Just a thought.
I wouldn't mind that at all.
Even if it was just how, so you get 25 for the first one, 50 for the second one, 75 for the last one. Even if it was just those converted to resources, like that's still something.
No resources for you.
Sure seems like it.
Howdy, Brett. Yeah, so that's good. I actually really like that. That was an awful game for me, but considering...
I mean, same here. I got one shot of damage in, I think. And that was still a class 3 somehow. What the fuck?
It's tech tree, man. Who the fuck plays tech tree?
I get that, but one shot damage gets you a class 3.
Some people are really bad.
You talking about me again?
Mm.
So, like... Oh, no.
Sorry, I'm trying to figure out this mod command.
I think you did the wrong backslash.
Yeah, you definitely did.
I did both of them, and the first one was unrecognized.
I might have to go back in and fix my bot. It's been a while.
Yeah, that's weird. I don't know.
Since I haven't been on in forever, my bot's probably asleep.
Probably.
So I'll turn it back on next time. But it's in my page. I have a shout out section. Just other streamers to check out. Just if y'all don't know Goose, first of all, you're wrong. So go to that section of my page and check it out. I do have a lot of updating to do on my page. But this is probably what I'm going to do. I mean, right now we're just kind of chilling, doing this, but I'm probably going to do more talking about the game and stuff. Sometimes it can get quite controversial, and we'll talk about it forever. For example, the most controversial one we'll talk about next, which is, we'll get to, but it'll be about the Matchmaker.
I'm just gonna scream at everyone to go check him out.
I should just keep that, and that's what I'll rig my bot to do that. Just scream at people in caps.
It's my first time playing the BZ, whatever the hell it is, in a while, and first game in probably about 3 months. And just had over 3k damage.
Broken tank will do that.
Yeah, the BZ 176.
A lot of people get carried by it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's still the highest win rate tank at tier 8. Actually, I can pull that up while I watch Ranger carry me.
You mean while already bombards me like the wolf? I'm on stream.
It's fine. It's
I'm
fine.
on stream.
Go to the next one.
I was so hard focused, I don't think I was talking a whole lot.
You weren't, but we were watching.
I'd hardly call it a hard carry. I missed and bounced so many fully aimed shots that it should be illegal. But
Your eyes are bugging out there a little bit, man. I thought they were going to touch back set of your glasses.
so, what are other pretty good things that we could change about the new Tour of Duty? Like first we have to finish it to find out if the points do convert into resources or not, but I doubt it.
I'm doubting it.
But
They might change it later on because this is the first time they're doing it. I'm sure it's a test run. I'm sure they're getting feedback from hundreds of people.
But I think it. Well, Jesus, I know they're not going to let us keep the points for the next one, and just bypass the first, months
That's
worth of
dangerous.
missions.
Yeah, I know they won't do that. Yes, the BZ is still number 1 in win rate with 55.4%.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So let's just assume that, so convert points to resources after the event ends is an excellent idea, but what are some other things? I mean, is that about it?
I'm
better tanks.
Well,
I
definitely.
could even a free tank's a free tank.
Yeah, but that one.
Yeah, the patent sucked. Whatever, it was free.
And this is way better than the patent. We already know
Exactly.
that for a fact.
It's a tier 10. It's one that you would have to do clan wars for, or what do they call it now? It's not clan wars. You know what I'm talking about.
Maneuvers or whatever.
Yeah. So it's one that you would have to do maneuvers for. I don't mind the length of it. I'm fine with it being 2.5 months. The main thing is just the resources is gonna hurt a lot of clans, especially clans like ours that are what do you call them? Social clans like casual. Yeah, it's gonna affect clans like us the most. Like.
We have your missions done, Hawk.
Yeah. Good. So we can play whatever, if y'all are good. I'm fine at 9, though.
I was thinking about going back down, doing some credit.
Yeah, we can set up for this one. I'm fine with that.
They'll actually let me get into a game with y'all.
Oh, geez, we just went in.
That's a big negative.
Well, what about? I think you said one of the other. I'd say it's a pro con, and that's the platoon factor.
Yeah, I'm fine with it. I wish like the first 2 missions you could do solo, because there's some people that just don't like platoon, or they're on at odd hours,
Yeah, I think maybe there should be like 2 sets of missions. Like maybe that way we get double the resource. You get 1 set with platoon, and then 1 set with what do you call it? Alone. Yeah, there you go.
I mean, even if they did that, and like you pick which one you want to do to get your points for, and if you do solo, you'll get less points towards the campaign itself.
And
I
then
would
make it to where like you can do both sets, just like I have the dailies type deal.
Right, but yeah, you could do both sets to get the credits or whatever they give you, but they just won't give you fucking points towards the campaign, but you'll still get like resources and whatnot and all that good.
Well, one of my biggest issues for me personally is the ability to be able to grind it because I can't always be on. Um, and there are a lot of people, not just in our clan, but that play tanks that are in the same boat as well too.
Right, you have a fucking full-time job that you're not at home for 5 days out of the week for.
Right. Yeah.
So
It makes it a little, well, extremely tough to be able to try to acquire something with the bar set as high as it is. I mean, over the last couple of years, been grinding for bonds and whatnot like that in hopes that we get, like a chief or something that's comparable. And, all they've given for the most part in comparison to the chief is shit tanks, shit tier tanks at tier 10. And, the one that they're offering for, the one that they're giving away, I mean, they're really not giving it away because it's your time that you're investing in it, and everybody's time is worth something. I just have a hard time kind of, choking on some
Jesus
of the stuff
Christ,
that they
dude.
do.
I'm trying to ping, and it's for some reason auto going to like an enemy. There's a scorpion there.
I'm tracking.
Alright,
Yeah,
niggas at 140, that's below you guys. Sorry.
Oh, you're good.
Very good.
I understand, I don't need a participation award or anything like that, it's just the kind of grind it is, maybe extend it out and make it a little bit, or at least allow the tokens or, the resources to carry over or whatever it is that you're trying to acquire in order to, collect in order to try to acquire the tank, or for future tanks as well too. If you decide you want to get one, at least then if you're able to bank them, then you've got a little bit better opportunity as the people in my particular situation.
Right, like you gotta think, like how many people, like I haven't seen a time limit on this thing. I don't know if there is one. But how many people do you think, percentage-wise, are actually going to be able to complete it?
Very, very small portion, honestly.
Yeah, I want to say
15 to 30%.
No, not even. Not even. Those that are active, yeah, probably. But not everybody's.
Out of like the overall, probably like 5, maybe 10.
Right.
Because like I said, I haven't seen a time limit on this, but that doesn't mean there's not one.
Yeah. Well, it's like the 279E grind as well too. There's no time limit on that. It's just
right,
very time consuming, and some of the missions and whatnot like that aren't, especially with the HE nerfs, they're not that easy to get anymore. Or not. I shouldn't say easy. They're less likely to be attainable than they were before the HE nerfs as well too.
That dude really wedged himself in there.
But honestly, think I would divulge my time more in the direction of the 279E versus, maybe just do a clan-wide 279E grind for everybody instead of getting that Caro, because the 279E is just it's a shitbrick house.
Well, so if they were to give out the 279E the way that they're giving out the Caro, it would piss off a lot of people that dedicated their time and effort to getting the 279E the old-fashioned way.
Well, yeah, I mean, just all of us do the grind for the 279E as a clan, so that way we can get them, and not necessarily giving it out the way that they're giving out the Caro here, but just all of us dedicating the time instead of dedicating it to the 279 or the Caro, dedicating all that time to 2790.
You mean
try to
like
complete those missions.
platoon missions for the campaign tanks?
Uh-huh.
That'd be kind of cool, honestly. That's a good general idea.
Yeah, I could get down with that. Even if they made it, what would you say, make it harder, I guess?
It would
Make
kind
the
of...
standard missions they have now harder if you're doing it in a platoon.
Yeah, but if you look at some of these missions, some of them in like a heavy tank are like block, receive, and deal
I'm tracking.
15k combined. That's hard to do solo.
I'm tracking, but again, if you make it doable in platoons, it's gonna piss off everyone else that's already got it.
I mean, that just
yeah.
proves their fortitude is all. Like, hey, you're clearly better than me. Like, what do you want me to say?
I think they're already past that point, though, as far as pissing people off, because, I mean, they've nerfed tanks that they shouldn't be nerfing, and, so
And
on
then they
so
put
forth.
tanks like the BZ in the fucking game.
Yeah, exactly. So, truthfully, I don't think they give a shit as far as pissing people off, but, there's some tanks that I would like to, that I've been able to easily acquire, that can't be gotten anymore, or they just haven't offered up anymore, and I'm sure it pisses people off too.
Well, it seems like we got some good ideas in general, along with opinions on Tour of Duty. I'll just keep a general ideas tab. It looks pretty good.
Piece of candy.
Especially since it's a personal grind system, right?
Right.
Like, even if you platoon, you're progressing yourself. I wish it was more clan focused, if that makes sense. Like, everyone's points get like resources get pulled into a pile, and then leadership gets the stuff and it gets distributed out. I think that would be cool, even if they made it a little harder. Just a little, though, because not all clans are 100% active all the time.
Right. Well, that's one thing that kind of angers me about the whole resources thing and whatnot like that, because we pay for these X5 missions and stuff that we get these resources from.
So we got, looks like Lorendell, who was in our last game, has some opinions too. So he says one of the biggest all-time killers of the games is nerfing the quests, or I don't know what he means by EQ, but I want to say it's requisites or something. People have dropped thousands and thousands of games because of that. I don't doubt it. And that is a problem, but at the same time, things have to be more obtainable, right? Like, if the best players always own the best things, they're always going to be the best because now they just own the best things.
Right, yep.
But if you share that love a little, despite someone sucking in it, I mean, first of all, you have the prestige of doing it, right? Like, that's always going to be a thing. But at the same time, now marking requirements go down. It becomes a little more balanced because now it's not going to be the most overpowered thing. And that's the issue I have with overpowered tanks in general, but that's a whole different conversation. That's like talking about the EBR-75 and the BZ-176, etc. Well, I don't recommend paying cash for someone doing your quest for you. It took me years to get the 260. Almost, but not quite. I mean, if you found a way to grandfather in some sort of extra thing that players that did it themselves before got additionally when they nerf these kind of things, then I think it could balance out. Yeah, you lost me, man. Are you talking about, like... Shit, what was... Tank rewards? Is that what it was called, Huck? In-game assets. I don't remember of any kind. Oh, okay. Yeah, but the campaign's just part of the game in general. Therefore, it's a little more flexible than some of the other stuff, is it not? I wish they would take away fucking arty requirements. That's what I wish they would do. I think I went back, earned all my contracts back, and then skipped the arty missions. Cause,
That's what I need to do. I wasted so many on the Stug.
apparently this thing just has 0 fucking camo. Oh, there was an ELC in front of me. That explains it.
There's a 14.5 in the way back.
I feel like sometimes Wargaming doesn't have a choice, man. I think the BZ... Take the BZ, just on that note. That thing needs to be nerfed. Or moved up to tier 9. Given maybe some increased stats to make it a little more suitable for tier 9. But it does not belong in tier 8 whatsoever.
I don't think they'll nerf it. I think their best bet would be, like, buff the health, give it like a slight pin buff maybe, and put it at tier 9.
I think that's the only thing that they could do with it, is give it a little buff and move it a tier.
But they're not gonna nerf their fucking premium tanks.
Well, moving it to tier 9 is a nerf in itself, but instead of nerfing the tanks,
Right,
you know, why don't they increase the stats on, you know, some of the tanks that are somewhat comparable to it, instead of leaving them where they're at, you know, and then just kind of move everything else around those tanks in order to try to get them in the same climate, in the same area.
Then they would have to put in way more work and effort and try to balance shit when they could just balance one tank and move it up a tier.
That's the least they could do. They fucked everything up to the point to where it is now. I mean, hell, you know, as much money as they're making and whatnot like that, you know, it's the least they could do is actually do some fucking work for once. Instead of just throwing some mud at a wall and seeing what sticks. Just like with Crew 2.0, which is basically what we're seeing now.
At least they're giving it in stages, so it's not as bad. I like the changes that have happened. I think they've implemented them good. I don't think it should go full Crew 2.0, but that's yet to be seen. But everything they've been doing in stages has made it nice. I really don't have any gripes with the current state of them putting that in the game.
Right.
As for... And let's just get into the next thing in general, and that would be Matchmaker, right? Now, I know everyone has opinions on this, and you're lying if you don't. Hold on, I'm watching this KB5 somehow fuck this up.
Is my name on it?
All right, so let's just get right into it. Let me pull up my Excel sheet. Oh, go back.
I just scribble on paper and put it in a file with a date on it. Use a wet finger. tier are we going for? Tier 8 again?
Yep.
Mhm.
Yeah, you're earning some credits.
I should just open my mic
Okay.
up. Is what I should do. If they don't know my mic's
I'm
closed.
poor, even though I'm just did not hopefully it now.
It would help me immensely.
Then you're not poor, racer.
Okay, my mic's open now to make my life a little easier. Okay,
Uh-oh.
it's just reaching and holding the button while I'm mid-battle. I'll sometimes just keep holding it. It's just better so let me get back to pulling up my stuff. When crews gain perks now, it's in a linear progression instead of exponential. I think. That one,
really?
That one I'm not sure. I want to say it's still exponential. It's the weird divide with when you transfer the crew and retrain it. I think you, depending on X, Y, and Z, you have to gain more XP than it took to gain the skill to re-unlock the skill if you trained it to like what would be 75%. I don't remember though. I don't quote me. Don't quote me. That one I need to look more into, but as far as I'm tracking, I mean, so far everything seems pretty good. Minus that, which kind of forces you to spend the gold as per usual because you want all your crews, right? To have all their skills. I'm stupidly gonna rush again. I don't learn
Leroy Ranger skins.
Do that. I don't learn my lesson.
Well, 2 other scouts are on the other side.
Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. There we go.
Jiggle, jiggle, jiggle.
So I might have to
That's
look.
right. Shake that ass.
Well, we have no hill team. Both of the other heavies are AFK.
Oh, wonderful. So, Matchmaker. Let's get into that.
My thoughts are +1, -1.
I'm with you. +1 or -1, not
Right. That's +2.
Yeah.
But I feel that there's too many tier 8s that aren't comparable to tier 10s that just can't do shit. Like, me and Racer were in a match earlier, and I was in the VK, the tier 8 premium one, and was up against a fucking E100 that was loading heat. Like, what am I supposed to do against that? Like,
Not much. Like I keep using in my example, the 4202 can't compete with like 90% of tier 10s. It just can't. Now, don't get me wrong, it's so nice to see me when I'm in
a tier 10 match and you do well. Right. It's
not
fine.
that. When you see like a leopard and a gorilla. So yeah, you can pen them. The goal is outspotting and avoiding taking shots. That's when it becomes difficult.
Well, they could go both ways too, you know, because they were talking about skill base as well as tier base. You know, if you're below a certain WTR, then you know they would go one tier above and below. But if you're, you know, what do you call it? Have the skill above a certain WTR, certain rating or whatever, then maybe take it up a notch. Almost graduated to an extent.
Yeah. What I love and hate about that is I feel like they can only do one. They can either fix matchmaking or they can give skill based and keep it the same. Both would kind of solve the problem of things, except, like, let's be real, most Artie players are on the lower side of things, so Artie would just get shuffled in no matter what.
Right. Yeah.
And then I would also be down for just a better tutorial in the game, like an actual tutorial. I want to, like, it doesn't show me how to side scrape. It doesn't show me that how bush mechanics work. I think it does briefly, but it doesn't explain it. So it just makes the game so much harder. Like, this isn't an easy game to get into at all.
Right. Yeah, especially whenever, you know, you do have people of a certain skill and whatnot like that that do play, and you know, you go down a seal club and whatnot like that. You know, I see a lot of seal clubbers all the damn time, even though that's not what I'm necessarily there to do.
And it's definitely a problem. I find myself more and more miserable all the time. I log in, the matchmaking's gross. Half my team doesn't know what they're supposed to do. Never should I ever see a heavy tank sitting in the back, but I do. The only exceptions I would make is like the auto loading French. I understand that. That's fine. I still don't think they should be in the back, but like if any of them are to be in the back, it would be them because they have like 0 armor.
Right.
Like, understood. Message received. But other than that, hold on. I think Artie knows where I'm at, or someone knows where I'm at. I pushed my luck. Yeah, so we'll get more into that once I'm out of here. I'm kind of focused right now. Just a glorified scout at this point. Yeah, like I could go into the garage right now and show you what can and can't compete at tier 10, because power creep has also been a big factor too. I'm not going to pretend like it doesn't exist. It most certainly does. Power creep is bad. Real bad. Like a lot of the tanks that can compete at tier 10 are usually just low health TDs. Like Su-130. It's obviously got a pretty freaking good gun. It's gonna go through. I'd say debatably the Scorpion G. 152k. Low HP pools, but they can hit back.
The Starvest one has the pin to go through pretty much everything.
It has the ability to be two-shot by mostly damn near anything but mediums and scouts.
I think I need your new recliner. This will start to hurt my ass.
So here.
just went out in the field and let the cows use it.
Mhm.
Oh, what the fuck? Excel's trying to fucking... Fine, I'll spell it out. It thinks I'm typing a formula. I'm typing a sentence.
I told you, keep it simple, man.
I did keep it simple. It couldn't have been more simple than that. It's just like, we're trying to fix your formula. I'm like, it's not a formula. Stop it. Damn, Racer.
Gotta use Microsoft Word and not
Damn, autocorrect. I said fuck, not duck.
I think I'll stick to my 44-100 if we stay at tier 8. It's just such a solid all-rounder. The commander doesn't transfer 100%, but that's fine. It still works. So what are the pros of the current matchmaker? I think if I start, I'd say, oh no, I guess I'll go heavy. Still working on this. I would say that the, what is it, plus 50% extra XP for every hit you get against like a 2-tier higher tank or whatever. And then it's 25% for like 1 tier.
Yeah, so like XP wise, nice. I'm gonna say it makes some campaigns easier because if you have to, block damage or whatever, it's much easier to block against tier 8s than it is, 9s and 10s, assuming you're a tier 10.
But honestly, it's so easy to get XP in the game these days. You could take away that factor of matchmaking, and you would still be okay.
I mean, with how many blueprints they give out, dude, it's like you don't even need XP at this point.
I mean, you're not wrong.
That's a topic for a different day, but yeah.
I mean, it could fall into the realm of it. I mean, let's be real, matchmakers are ruined by, especially at high tier, by people who just blueprint their way past things. For players like me, Racer, etc., we can easily adapt to any situation, any tank we get our hands on. I mean, Racer struggles more with scouts, but we all have our weak spots. Point is, we can grab anything and play it. Whereas, I don't know, I'm not going to use people as an example, but let's say this guy in front of me, right? Let's say he just got this tank, and he's not that good at heavies. Well, that kind of screws me because he's a tier 8 or 9. I don't know, bad example. But some dude who just got a T57 heavy, who didn't go up the line at all because he was able to blueprint his way past, isn't going to know how to play the T57 heavy. And he's going to royally screw everyone. Because that's not something you just suddenly know how to play. You have no armor, and you're an ambush tank. That's or a support, depending on the map and your composition. But, yeah, the guy who speeds by and grabs a mouse and doesn't know how to angle, that dude's screwed. I mean, and I'm guilty, but I put in the effort to learn. So, and now I'm doing pretty solid for myself. I don't know why I keep holding my key in button when I open my mic up.
Rookie.
Nah. I just never keep my mic open.
Yeah, rookie streamers. Ruggle.
I can see that Laurendell said something in chat, but I've currently got my
It said
Excel sheet.
especially heavies, TDs, and arty.
Yeah. TDs? Oh my god, don't even get me started on TDs. If you have an assault TD and you're hiding in the back, man, nothing burns me up more than that. I mean, borderline all the TDs, borderline, not all of them, are heavy enough to compete.
Yeah.
And just the amount of E4s, Jaegeroos, etc. that I see in the back. And I guess the E4's got more reason than most, but it's still, you shouldn't be in the back. If you're a gorilla, I get it. I feel you. I get your pain. But other than that, nah, bro. Udaz small gun, approximately right there.
Okay, screwed. I'll meet you.
Oh shit, I'm coming back for you. But let me
Yeah, he has a move. Serve.
you're not wrong, Lorendell. Like, I love getting aggressive no matter what I'm in. I will sit back, don't get me wrong, but I feel like more times than not I have to get aggressive. And before I started streaming, you should have seen some of my games. I probably had, for the first time in forever, like 2 or 3 0 games due to failed aggression. But I feel like I have to. I have to be moving, I have to be tactical, I have to be aggressive, I have to make sure no one can push me. But it sucks because a lot of people can't read a map or watch their team. Instead, they'll sit and snipe and be like, I'm helping. I mean, really, you're not. Especially when they miss. That's the most annoying part.
Doggone it. Well, there's a lot of tanks that are situational as well too. Like one of the tanks that I just got done playing. The hell is it? The Type 63, which is basically a heavy sniper to an extent. It's got certain capabilities that other tanks don't have, but definitely it's a nichey tank per se. You got a lot of evolution as well too that we've dealt with over the years in the game.
Right. I mean, it should definitely be on a flank where there's a hill. It doesn't have chassis armor to save its life.
Right,
But
right.
it also shouldn't be sitting in the back. Like, it can if it has to, but
Really wish people would watch where they're fucking driving too.
Oh, you just spent a lot of minutes in chat. That's Scorpion that ran you.
Yeah, it's like this game here. I was up against 4 tier 10s, and I mean I was getting pinned left and right. I had a Leopard, an E3, Bat Chat, PZ, a KF, blah 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 blah. It just across the board. And I was it tier 8? We only had 1 tier 10 on our side. That's just a matchmaking bullshit thing, though. I mean, we still won, but I mean, was it skill based or what the fuck happened there? Even though I was getting my ass handed to me at first, but then was able to start fucking hammering back. After I backed up. But maybe it's just a situational thing, and we just kind of read it better.
Damn.
It's all debateful though. You know, I mean, it's like last game I played. You know, matchmaking wise, the tier for tier is way unbalanced. But you know, we put the smack down on them. So was it what do you call it? Mildly skill based, or you know what? Because
It's just,
yeah,
nah, I don't know.
or just luck.
I was very focused that game, I'm not gonna lie. I was really trying to
Yeah.
hold out.
I'm just sitting here yakking, man.
I mean, yeah, that's the point. Damn. Looks like I hit a blind shot or two. I love this thing. It's probably one of my favorite Tech Tree tanks, easily. It looks cool, and it performs well. It's really all I ask for.
Count me in. Maybe I'm doing something wrong here.
Could just be a large amount of people, but Racer can count in.
Are you ready, Orion?
Yes, sir.
3, 2, 1, battle.
But what's that? Like, I mean, take the VK100. I think that's a decent example. And it meets its older brother, the Maus, a Badger, a Panzer 7, any of the above enemy tanks that are tier 10 right now. You ain't doing squat. You'll be lucky if you bounce a shell, because everything's going to go straight through your turret, whether you like it or not. Now, if they're taking silly shots at your side while you're side scraping, you might walk away scot-free, but unlikely, because they'll probably just load heat and go right through you, because their heat pen is like 4 times what your armor is. That's an exaggeration, but you get the gist. Like, I can't tell you how many times a Jaeger's hit my VK100 with a heat round. Now I get it. It's a Jaegeru. Why wouldn't you have the highest loaded pen in the
Keep
game?
cutting in and out.
Yeah, your
Yeah,
fan's drowning out your mic.
My fan?
Pretty
Sorry,
sure that's what
sorry.
it sounds like. Something is.
It could just be
Yeah, like-
my computer. I could be
Yeah,
lagging.
No,
We
turn
all-
off the audio sensitivity.
Yeah, we only got like half of what you said.
But you've been hearing
Yeah,
me
I
fine,
mean-
hearing me fine before that, right?
Like right now, you sound fine, but every once in a while, you're like, yeah.
I think that's
I
just
sent
my
you a
computer
conference
trying to
call.
handle it. Yeah, my computer isn't built to handle this kind of stuff, so that's probably it. So, I don't remember what I said, so that does not help anything.
The mental flush.
I also hate that the matchmaker forces you to rely on gold rounds. Like, if you end up in a crappy matchup, you have no choice but to load gold more times than not.
Even if, I mean, shit, like that Badger doesn't have to load gold, but there's a good chance he will.
How much you want to bet he is? Ow. Well, the T95 is. Ooh, that was close.
Oh my fucking god, dude.
I don't think I ever load gold on my T95.
I have some, but I don't use it that often.
I think it's like strictly for like a mouse. I don't think I use it for anything else. Because I know I have a handful, but it's not a lot. I don't feel like I ever have to use it. Yeah. This ain't looking too good for me. I don't really know what to do. I also hate the sounds the fucking BZ makes with its stupid new skin. That'll truly be a topic for another day. Why does Wargaming put silly ass fucking things in the game?
Like, I don't care with how it looks. Whatever. It's
Yeah.
the fact that they made it make a noise.
I just wait for the Jetsons theme.
Oh my god. At least that's probably era appropriate for a lot of the people that still play this game.
Buzzing around the tape. The
That,
map.
that would be funny. That would be funny as hell. I'd probably actually go for it.
I would.
Oh, this is a hard defense. I'm surprised I've done as much as I've done and blocked as much as I have. This is not an easy fight. Do not like where this Panzer 7 is. It is really bothering me. So I may or may not have seen a streamer talk about Matchmaker not long ago. He shall not be named for just the sake of not
Sanity?
naming. Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, let's try to refrain from using names.
So Dick Wad McSuckadick. No, I'm just kidding. No, but he made a lot of compelling points, but at the same time, I feel like he was more wrong than right with his observations on Matchmaker changing. He also kept referring to everyone wanting same tier matchmaking. Now, I'm okay with a flush match when it happens, but I think I'd rather take the chance of getting a +1 or -1 rather than +2 or -2. If I get a flush match, cool. I ain't gonna complain. That's pretty dandy. I like flush tier. I don't. And some of the things he said along the lines were like, "Oh well, there wouldn't be many like hero games anymore." Like, well, yeah, there would. It would be less exciting. There'd be less variety. Motherfucker, do you know how many tier 8 premiums are in the fucking game? Along with every tech tree, they add new tier 8s. Like, we just got another one. I feel like tier 8 would actually be, along with tier 6, probably the most range in tier. You know what I mean? Like there wouldn't be like a million of one tank unless it was broken and overpowered and advertised it as such, like the BZ. Half them. Well, then it would just have to be adjusted. I mean, it's still an accomplishment. Like, I might. Oh, no, I guess I won't. I had a chance at killing that T-95. That's an accomplishment for this thing.
Yeah, I'll get him. Oh, boom. Oh, come on. That's right, Billy. Oh, I forgot. Your stream's like 10 seconds behind.
Oh, yeah.
You already had him by the time. Derp. I feel like a KV4 right now, or KV whatever the hell it is, too.
And I think the medals for killing the higher tanks are great and all, but they're so rare. Again, good for the tanks like the BZ or the any tank destroyer, really, that can capably and consistently pen those tanks more times than not. Oh, I apparently aced this thing. Cool. Not bad.
Yeah, one tank that is severely underutilized or noticed is the fucking Bizante.
What about it? I mean, yeah, I think it could absolutely curb stomp tier 6s.
Oh yeah. yeah.
Yeah, but there's nothing wrong with there's XP saturation, Lorendell.
Right.
It's not hard to get tiered up in anything nowadays. I mean, shoot. Where's my free-to-play account? I almost have a tier 10, and I've only played... Mind you, I only play what's on track. So I could have had a tier 10 by now. But I've only got like 2,600 battles. I mean, and I don't use... This is my free-to-play. I don't do anything else. So it's not that difficult. And I hold on to my tier 8s, of course. So they have more battles than most. But... yeah, like XP is so easy to get. I obviously keep the plus 25% for higher tier and whatever they do for lower tier. I'm actually not trying. Do you get less XP? I think you do for hitting lower tiers. And if so, that's kind of BS, right? Because like if you keep getting lower tier matches and you're trying to actually grind XP.
Ah, hell.
And let's say you do have a premium account, then well, you have these nice little ×3 multipliers that you can select. I mean, plus the blueprints. Blueprints also made it stupid easy. It's a disaster. It is a disaster.
I just got scoted in the face.
But what's my Tiger 131 gonna do against a Basante? Like, that's the stuff I have an issue with.
You're cutting out really bad right now.
I'm
just saying.
Hopefully it comes out clear on my end because I am recording, which is probably why it's cutting in and out. Again, my computer's not used to this.
Yeah, you're breaking up pretty rugged, bud.
Yeah, so on your stream you're fine. It's in Discord. You're sucking dick for beer money.
Gotcha.
Hey, I got $20 right here.
$20.
That's right.
And I understand that, Lorendell, how old school World of Tanks was, but the issue is the game's completely different now. Like, if it could still be played that way, sweet. But it can't. The day of the Chaffee being, what was it? It was the only like tier 4 or 5, and it was the best scout up against tier 9s and 10s. The game's not like that anymore. It's evolved. It needs to be sorted as such, because now the +2 -2, and I know Matchmaker used to be like, here's the tanks we have, we're throwing them in there, and you could literally be like a tier 1 fighting a mouse back in the old day. But it needs to, if you're going to power creep the game as much as you have, then it needs to be appropriately sorted. And like we were talking about earlier, preferential matchmaking tanks don't sell. Broken ass tanks sell. If they were to put the Type 59, which goes on sale tomorrow, versus a BZ-176, let's say they did put that up tomorrow, the BZ would almost 110% chance make more money because it's broken. No one cares about the pref matchmaking. I do, because I like credits, but where the fuck are you? Oh, I see you. So, like, I'd love to see the day where the Bulldog has the 10-round autoloader I think it had. I think that would be sick. But it's just the game's changed. And I hate the Bulldog. That would probably make me like the Bulldog. Give it an 8-round autoloader and it'll be just like the 1357.
Make the rounds cheaper. That 1357 spam gold, holy shit balls.
Extremes may make things interesting, but I think it makes it incredibly unfair. I would like the game to be fair. Why do I want to sit in a stock Pershing against a fucking... Well, let's not use the mouse anymore. An IS-7. My stock Pershing's not going to do anything. I'm fodder. I don't know how I missed that shot. That's aggravating.
Fucking bounce.
Now, don't get me wrong, when my Pershing's fully upgraded, yeah, the matches are a little more interesting in tier 10 matches, but I'm still not going through an IS-7.
Yeah, I'm about to screw matchmaking up anyways and run pref. I was getting in games within about 30 seconds, and now it's over 1 minute and a half.
And I'm all for the interesting. I'm not saying... I've done... What the fuck? Flanked already?
Yeah, I just said it.
He literally said that like 2 minutes ago that he was getting pushed.
That doesn't mean anything to me. I'm busy talking. And you're not wrong, Laurendale. I agree with that statement wholeheartedly. Whoever has the most aggressive player, that makes the solid move, wins. And I'm 110% okay with that. But I'd still rather have a tank that can... Oh, come on, dude. That can stand a fight instead of just rolling over and being just free hit points. I mean, that's fair, but this is a game, not real life. And trust me, they've strayed so far from real life at this point, it's not even worth acknowledging. If I want to go play real life, I'll go play War Thunder. Where, if I get hit, my commander's, like, permanently out of the game. And then one guy has to man the tank. Know how many times my Hellcat gunner in that game just gets thwapped?
Can't even compare this. You can't even compare tanks to real life. It's so far from realistic.
But that's the point I'm making. He says that no battlefield was ever fair and balanced, but this is a video game. So the only way to keep people is to be somewhat fair and balanced. Which I could go on Tomato GG right now and show map win percentages based off flanks. And I assure you, they ain't fair and balanced. Which is kind of bullshit, because then you spawn in on the losing flank and you still have a chance to win. Don't get me wrong, you have that chance to win, especially if your team knows what they're doing. But you still have that chance of losing because your terrain is not as good as their terrain. The way they can flank you is way better than how you flank them. It's garbage.
So as of right now, the biggest disparity on spawn is Mountain Pass.
Which team's winning more?
South. South is a 55% win rate, and North is a 43%.
Well, it did just get reworked. I say
Right. This is before rework, I'm assuming, but
I actually don't know what flank I prefer. I think I do prefer the south because I think it's easier to get across and go up the hill than it is to defend the top of that hill from the ice road.
but yeah, that's as of right now. That's the biggest one. On NA at least.
I mean, I've got almost 50,000 Lorendell, but I still care because I want the game to be balanced. I want it to be enjoyable. I quit half the time after like 3 battles because it's just an instant loss. It's like, oh, my teams are garbage. I play. If I get 3 losses in a row, I quit for the day and I move on. Like, which sucks because now I need to grind these missions out for the Clan Wars bullshit, and it's garbage. But I won't argue with you on the fact that there is a lot of old school maps I would love to see back in the game. 110% with you on that. I think it's BS that they took a lot of them out and replaced them with some of the ones they did. Like, what's the name of that one? Shit, I have to look. I hate Empire's Border, is that what it's called? Yeah. Empire's Border's garbage.
Or Chinese map?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
I hate Safe Haven. Oyster Bay is okay, but it's too large.
Oyster Bay rocks.
I hate Oyster Bay. Heavy Road is garbage.
Yeah, they could use a little reworking, but it's still fucking fun.
Yeah, that map is very hit or miss.
The rest of the maps have relatively been here. I don't care for Outpost because it's just bigger mines. I don't care for Tundra, but again, I hate Safe Haven. A lot of these are some OG maps like Cliff and El Haluf, etc. But I'm talking Kharkov. Dragon Ridge, yes. I do love Dragon Ridge. Swamp, yeah, Swamp was great. Those were all solid maps. I don't know why they removed them. Am I working on any TD? Yeah, I'm working on this one. Cool. That'll do. I do miss a lot of those maps. I really wish they would put Kharkov back. I don't really like the reason they took it down. I think it's stupid. Here's a map based on World War II era, but we're going to take it away because there's something going on in modern era. The city looks completely different from its war-torn days. Leave it alone. It's a historical map. But no. I mean, yeah. But I still want to see them prosper. I want to see the crowd of World of Tanks grow, not shrink as it has been over the continuing years. It'll spike during Christmas and then it'll drop off again. I mean, we're barely hanging on. We have like what? At high time, 12,000 players on, 13. 15 on a really, really good day. Like, the game's dying on NA. It's prosperous on EU. There's like 500,000 players online. this is a game I fell in love with forever ago, and I'd like to see it stay alive, especially with how much money I've put into it.
Hell, dog, jeez. I can't even win a pref match.
I want them to buff the Tog. Why doesn't it go 60? This is bullshit. But as it is a game, I would like to see it balanced. Maybe go through tanks individually and start moving them to where pref matchmaking needs, like, reverse it, right? Like, most TDs will be able to meet tier 10s, but like something like a 4202 can't, or a Mutz can't, but a 122 TM can. You know, just let the overpowered tanks go where they need to go, or the ones who can compete, they have the pen, but the ones that can't should get treated better.
Coming down.
Yay, Artie.
That's on me.
Nah, it didn't matter, dude. I think their even might be back there somewhere, so just keep that in mind. Because I got lit pretty early behind that rock.
I mean, you're not wrong. I really wish they would buckle down on their, like, bot policy, good criminy, or AFK policy. Like, if you don't move within 30 seconds of the battle starting, you just need to be exploded and banned for like an hour. I only say an hour because I feel like it's appropriate. Like, if you have inevitably at the start of the battle, like, something happens at home and you have like an emergency where you have to like get up, okay.
Right, like that, or, you know, you fucking DC or some shit like that.
So that way, at least if it's an hour, you're not really losing much. Shit, I'd even settle for 30 minutes, but just something. I am so tired of bots because you can see them. They're not hard to spot. Their behavior patterns are hilarious.
This dude's been staring at a wall for 5 minutes. Wonder what he's doing.
Yeah, right.
I'm shit faced. I'm passed out, slobbering on myself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, if I could get them to put the maps back and give us decent matchmaking, that'd be great. I mean, obviously, you're still gonna struggle against some tanks. I mean, what is my Comet gonna do against a fucking E75 and a T95? Nothing. If I'm lucky and the T95 bypasses me, I can probably get behind it because I treat my Comet like a scout. So that's what I'm doing. But it's just the disparity between tier 7 and 9 is so much, just like the disparity between most tier 8s and 10. But I'd be okay with like certain tanks that do have the capability to fight can fight. Like, I love...
Right, but I feel like that's just like a whole nother...
It's more work. It really is.
Yeah.
It's even...
I mean, it would literally be easier just to put in the matchmaking itself instead of being like, oh, this tank can fight this.
Not gonna lie, did not expect that.
The fact that, yeah, that was unexpected, but I don't think it's gonna win him the game, but...
No. I don't know what his plan is. Is he gonna keep moving forward, or is he gonna...
Yeah, y'all might as well just go around him, stay on the loose.
Nah, I ain't moving.
Okay.
K2, I always badmouth bots, man. I'm sorry if you're involved in that category. You're one of the good ones, okay? But
You're the acceptable bot. You're the exception to the.
I don't know how I missed that. I could not have been any more aimed in on him. Yeah, I can't move. I tried.
Shit.
Oh!
What's here?
I was just gonna scoot around him. I can't believe I blocked that shot. Yeah, it's... I'd like to see it change. I think it would bring a lot of people back. Because the power creep has really ruined the game. My Super Chaffee should not be able to meet a BZ-176 at any given point, ever.
Yeah, another thing that they could do as well too was
Remove it? Yep. No, I'm just kidding. Go
yeah,
ahead.
well, bring in the tier 11 like they initially anticipated years ago, and then take and resituate everything accordingly.
I mean,
For
yeah.
better spread, or even up to 12 tiers, and kind of spread everything out. And that would help. A little bit with matchmaking.
Even if they didn't add 2 more tiers, they could just get rid of all the tier 1s. No one should be playing tier 1. They can get rid of that, and whatever's at tier 2 or 3 could be the new tier 1, and then readjust 9 and 10.
Yeah, that's not a bad one. I kind of like the idea of that.
Hey, you're not taking my tier 3s away from me, man. I like
I didn't say anything about tier 3s.
That's the new tier 1.
But they could get rid of all the 1s and get rid of tier 2, and
Yeah, I think I did the new intro on my free-to-play account. You don't even start at tier 1 anymore. You pick a nation, and I think you start at like 2 or 3.
Huh.
Like, you just get right into it.
You don't want to be new and come into me, into tier 3 with me in my BTSV. The poor souls that that happens to. Which is most of the time I'm just running around just ramming stuff and not necessarily shooting. But even the PZ-1C, I sit there and circle them and they'll never touch me. But it's extremely unfair for like somebody that's just brand new to the game, because then all of a sudden they get frustrated when they're like that. Maybe they need to have like a preschool or something like that instead of they start out with something like that and then bring them into the main portion of the game after they learn a little bit of skill.
They kind of do. I don't like the way it's set up, but I think if you start anew, your matchmaking kind of goes with, it's almost skill based,
right?
And you only get matched up against, I think it is only +1 or -1. But when you hit tier 7, which I think is the worst time to give it to somebody, you get everything unlocks. So once you hit tier 7, you're no longer protected.
Yeah, I remember that from years ago. It's kind of foggy though. Well, maybe that's the liquor.
Yeah, I was about to say, it's definitely in the game. It's just not fantastic.
Right. So if I started a new one and I just took and played lower tier, say below 6,
I think there's a battle threshold. So if you hit
yeah,
a certain,
like a number of battles, or till you hit tier 7.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's like if you hit like 1,000 or 2,000 or something, and
yeah, it's something like that. It's been so long since I've,
Well, I guess I'll go fuck off because the Scorpion wanted the place I'm going to, so.
Everybody loaded in their PZ-1Cs. Let's go right tier 3.
PC2J, baby. Or is it 3J? Whatever the...
3K, I think.
Yeah, whatever the stupid one is.
I don't think I've got that one.
So slow. Oh, jeez. Someone said something, but it's a really...
I'll read it since I'm here scouting.
It looks like a advertisement.
Oh, it is. And I got lit. What the fuck?
Promote these nuts.
Ha! Got him. God damn it. Oh, I'm a one-shot.
Yeah, I got 1,000 spotting off that asshole, so... Small victory.
What do you say, PZ3E?
It's like the 2J, PZ2J. It's like a tier 3, I think.
Yeah, I'm looking. Is it a,
It is a premium, yes.
Don't have the gun depression hit that little twat of a scout. The upside is, to counter new players getting shafted, they just fixed the crews. So now you auto get 100% crew. Now, yes, the people with skills are gonna obviously triumph, but they stand more of a chance now than having like a 75% crew, a 50% crew right off the rip. And I think that's fair. I really like that. And they compensated everyone for it that had previously put in work. So it's not like it was a bad choice at all. I think it will really help new players feel better about it.
where do I find this PZ2J?
It's usually in the shop every once in a while.
Is it just a top speed kind of thing, or what is it about it?
It's
It's
untenable.
got stupid armor for tier 3.
Yeah. I'll have to dig into it.
Like, the only reason I own it is because it came with, like, a lucrative amount of fucking premium days back when I bought it.
Oh. Yeah, I'll have to look at that. Yeah, keep an eye out for it.
PZ2J, it is a tier 3.
Yeah, I don't have that one yet.
Where the fuck did that go? Good God, that went high.
Instead of getting Racer the 59, you could get him the Primo Victoria.
Why?
Yeah.
So he can hate life.
Mercer already hates life. He doesn't deserve that.
It'd be a whole lot funnier if he did.
You can't deny that. Ugh. Terrible match for me.
There we go. I found it in the GG. That's only got a 31 top speed.
Oh yeah, it's not fast, but you can sit in front of pretty much everything and not take damage while you just unload your machine gun.
Huh.
Yeah, like the pen is not good.
Oh yeah, that's why you
It's
just
slow,
gold
but-
mode in it, like...
Like you can just sit literally in front of everyone and not care.
Huh.
Yeah, they'll put it in the shop every once in a while.
I'll have to put that one on my list.
If you feel like clubbing at tier 3, that's the way to go, or one of them. That or if you can get like the pack 40.
Oh yeah, I got that pack 40. That's the one if I see seal clovers in there, then I'll go take and I'll pack 40 it all day long because that thing's got view range out the wazoo.
Pack 40 is like the biggest enemy of the PZ2J.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably one of the, unless they're loading gold, it's one of the only tier 3s I can pin it reliably.
Yeah, no, I've had some pretty decent games clubbing the seal clovers in the pack 40.
Clubbing the clubbers.
Counter clubber.
Counter. That needs to be Orion's alt account where he just has like the PZ2J in the pack 40 and he just goes for actual players. It's still funny to me that the premium shop just tells me what it is in fucking Korean currency.
Your computer's just never gonna fix itself, dude.
My accounts, yeah, it's just never gonna fix it. Everything's in English, but just the currency's in Korean. I don't understand. Have to pull up Google, see what the current rate of won is right now. Just
So what we need... What do we need? Well, it seems like we got a variety of opinions. Matchmaker's affected by a lot of things that people want, so it looks like there's no easy...
there's not an easy answer, no.
I still say, like, yeah, I know a lot of the medals revolve around it, but the medals would just have to be reworked. It wouldn't be difficult.
Yeah, medals can be adjusted, or they can add new medals, and if you have a fuckload of the old ones, you can keep those, whatever.
Like a grandfathered award, kind of.
Yeah, like...
I want to make it to where Kalabanov's medals are just getting a kill in a game. No, I'm just kidding. That'd be funny, though. Oh, the amount of people it would piss off. I'd be pissed off. I don't even have one. I've fucked up the 2 opportunities I've ever had to get it. On the last kill. Fucked it up both times. Yeah. It would take some work. And I think it would take a lot of people coming together to figure out how to fix it. And not just the company. I think the community could easily help, because one thing Wargaming needs to learn to fucking do is listen to their fucking community. Not the whiner competitive babies. No, the actual community who wants to play the game.
Yeah, you mean the people that make up a majority of the game and not just like a select few?
The old tank sniper? I don't know if I know that one. It's been a while. But
yeah, I mean, they could redo medals, like I'm saying, just keep the old ones. It'll still show on your record or whatever that you have them.
I mean, it's really no different than what WoW does every expansion. They eradicate things, and then things you earned prior get grandfathered into, like, an old school achievement. Which I think achievements are going to become a thing, right? Like, that's one of the next few updates they have coming.
I couldn't tell you, dude. You're way more on top of that than I am.
Yeah, I believe so. I saw it on YouTube in one of their videos. Well, that kind of concludes my podcast. Concludes. But this is my amazing podcast that I have no idea what I'm actually doing on. it was a lot more playing than well, there was a lot of talking, but like, let me be real. When I'm focused, and sorry, trying to make room for you, bro. I know you wheelie tanks aren't the most maneuverable.
Some people like that damn wheeled medium, but
I'm not a huge fan of it.
I bought it, but I'm thinking about just selling that fucker.
Just wait for the trade-in to happen. Just trade it in for something else.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could definitely do that.
Which tank?
The G-Sor 1010.
It's not amazing. I don't hate it though.
Yeah, I don't hate it, but I could take or leave it, honestly.
Yeah, I've played 6. What do you call it? Preferred matchmaking matches now, and each one of them has had me setting for more than 3 minutes versus just regular matches, randos, in non-preferred tanks, which I get in within about the first 30 seconds.
You just on like the SA server or something.
Now you're making me look. Yeah, I'm up here on US.
Like the stage medals you earn early on in the game. Stage medals? I don't know if I'm oh, wait. I might know what you're talking about. Maybe? Maybe? Ah, that ruins everything.
Gonna be a bad match for me. Everything's died too damn quick.
Come on. Can I fall gently? Yes. Okay, I'm good. I'm just gonna chill out here. Unless someone wants to catch me. I was doing okay for once in this thing. I mean, only okay, though.
Oh, GG. Not a great game, but whatever.
Oh, damn it. Well, at least I wasn't the only one who did it. I should have waited a moment longer. I mean, it's the only map where you absolutely have to throw yourself off the ledge if you're near the ledge. I'll come up with a couple topics to talk for next time. Maybe get some input from you guys, and we'll go from there. Otherwise, I think today was wildly successful. I say wildly. If I had to have it my way, I would probably not play as much. I would probably talk more so I can actually focus, but overall, I think I focused decently.
Now maybe we could do the tune, and we could do the count in, and if you didn't get in with us, then you can just go take and talk.
It's a bit specific.
Just play Artie.